Following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. We have the Dow right now down 123, NASDAQ off 20, S&P's off 11. We get gold down 24, silver off 56. A bond is up 23. King dollar, they just can't kill him.
King dollar.
Look at King. Look at you.
How about this, folks?
King dollar.
We got King. Well, I'm just the junior king.
I like that crown on you, man.
Do you? Okay,
yeah. You're good, man.
Is it me?
You were probably royalty in one of your past lives.
Oh, baby.
I bet you
Absolutely.
were. I bet you were.
I'm thinking I was, and I might have also been a kamikaze pilot, as much as I love Japan and Japanese food.
Oh, my God.
Who knows,
God.
And I can live with reckless abandonment. No problem.
That's a wild thing. I'll tell you, the markets right now, folks, depending, I don't expect you to be up in the middle of the night, but last night at 0500, it was pretty amazing watching Europe and watching our markets. Because what you had happen, folks, is that the European Central Bank came in and they were buying bonds in Italy and they were buying bonds in Spain. And, we've been talking about the rates of the bonds, and they're going through the roof.
Yes.
Well, what happened, it was so crazy, man, I couldn't believe it, because I've seen a lot of fast markets.
Yeah.
So the market, I'm sitting there.
What's cool is you caught one side of the market this morning. I caught the other side of the market last night. So kind of neat.
So I'm sitting there with Harley, right? You see, you get a picture of this, folks. I mean, I got it made, period, anyway. But anyway, so me and Harley are sitting there, right? We're playing, and I got the computer in front of me. I say, man, this is going to be a trip, man. Because I'm looking, everything's up, and I'm saying, okay, so... And I have the bonds up, right? Because I'm saying to myself, now I'm really trading off those Italian bonds, man. Yeah. Tick by tick, they're going.
Yeah.
So they come in the market, bang, they hit the bonds, right?
Yeah.
And I said, ooh, this is interesting, man. As soon as they hit them, S&Ps came all the way back, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, someone came in, folks, okay? And it had to be a monster bank. It had to be someone big and hit the bonds on the other side.
Yeah.
They were just selling them everything. And then they come all the way back. And I said to myself, oh, my God. And so if you're wondering why, not only that the markets are down, but why the volatility was there, it was the volatility in that market. Yeah. And if you take a look at it, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is about as whacked out as I've seen. You have Italy, we're still down 11, but that's nothing, folks. You're still at 6.9.
Right.
That's after the European Central Bank blew their brains out buying them, trying to get them down dramatically more. Spain is actually up, and France is the new one to watch.
Yeah.
France right now is only -2.
Yes.
There's a big problem out there. And now, what you're going to see is this, and what you're going to hear. There's someone on the other side of the central bank. And it's a monster. Whoever it is, hey, it's a monster.
Isn't it nice to know that you've got a buyer out there?
Oh, man. Let me tell you something, man. They gave it to them. They gave it to them in spades. I mean, they gave it to them in spades.
You've got, look, you can't be, MF Global wasn't the only one out there that was maybe taking a bet.
Hey, well,
right?
No, big time.
Okay.
And, if you talk about MF Global, there's going to be a big problem here, folks. Well, there's a lot of problems, period, inside the business at this point. But what come out here this morning is that the CME knew that there was $900 million here.
Oh, really?
Let me read the story to you. Yeah, this just came out this morning. The CME knew the day prior that there was $900 million missing. And they did not tell the CTFC until the following day. So here it is right now. So the examiners from the CME Group, the world's largest future exchange, found unexplained wire transfers at MF Global and a $900 million shortfall. So you have a couple different things happening here. The biggest one is that, they're claiming that they don't know where the money is?
Right. Yeah, still it's kind of...
Well, watch this.
Okay.
They see the wire transfer.
Okay.
See, they know, folks.
Okay.
And what's going on right now is that all these bureaucrats are basically covering each other's butts.
Yeah.
That fit right there. They saw the wire transfer. It isn't I explain wire transfer. 900 million missing the day before. Now, let me tell you what the law is. What the law is this. The law is, this is regulator. I'm just saying, regulator to regulator. The second that happens, they're supposed to call. The second, okay? That's a broker deal if that's the second. Bottom line, you can see the CME also did not do their job. And it's a big problem. And these poor folks that are trapped like rats, and they're trapped like rats, man. Yeah. You know, and it's criminal. There's no doubt about it. And so we'll see where this shakes out, but it is absolutely criminal. And you know, it's a bad scene. And you know, it's over the top, man. You know.
So let's go. You know, I was showing the dollar index.
Yes.
Let's go to King Dollar here, and you know what, I want our production guys here to go to my screen here in just a minute, because I got a special treat here for you, Tom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's King Dollar.
God.
That's King Dollar.
Oh,
there we go, folks. Hopefully you're watching us on Tiger TV, or you got us in the Den feed. But that is King Dollar right there.
That is wild. Oh, you had too much.
Look, I got that from one of our listeners, one of my subscribers this morning, just before I was coming on the air.
That is hilarious.
And I was like, this is it. This is. We now got the new marketing thing.
And what you're looking at, folks, is that Steve, one of the listeners, put a dollar together.
Yeah.
And then instead of whoever's supposed to be on the dollar, I forget who's supposed to be on the
Washington.
George Washington. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Couldn't they use $100 bill?
The Secret Service is at the door.
Yeah, because
Secret Service is at the door.
We're printing money, folks. It's a classic.
Oh, man, unreal.
That's great.
That is hilarious. Well, hey, you know it's going to be wild here today. You know, we've been in this consolidation for a long time.
Yes, absolutely.
And every time we go up, there's no volume.
Right.
Every time we go down, the volume is there, but you're not enough volume to break it.
That's right.
Not even close.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
So what you have here, folks, is this: is that you'll get the signal when you see the expansion of volume start.
Right.
And if we don't get it today, it won't be the signal. And if you get it, let me tell you something: get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because you know what's wild? Is that what I've found in markets is this: the more that people get rewarded, like, and what has happened at the bottom of these consolidations, every time you buy the consolidation, we've bought the bottom of these consolidations.
Sure,
because you know it contracts, you buy it, and you're going up.
Yeah.
Now there's a difference between. Well, I think there's a difference between us buying it and just perma-bulls buying it. Okay, what ends up happening is that one of those points, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the way that I will understand it as it comes down, if in fact it's expanding, and if it starts expanding today, that's going to be my signal.
Yeah.
And the reason, we're way at the highs, folks, and I understand that.
Yes.
But because we've come up to those highs so many times, and it contracts so much, and what I've found is that when it contracts more than 50%, which it has, big trouble.
Contracts volume-wise.
Volume-wise. Big trouble. And it's 50% across the board, by the way, folks, okay? And the NYSE and the S&P and the small caps and the NASDAQ right across the board. You know, so it's going to be a big number to see where this shakes out. And what is real possible, I'm changing gears a little bit. Gold is down at 28, and it's real possible that is going to be a signal flat out, because that it's not that it's a divergence, but what does happen, commodities in general, if they start going south, we've been in a commodity bull for a long time. So when the commodities start getting taken apart, it's a big problem for the market. Yeah,
you know, I don't know what's going to trigger it. You don't know exactly what's going to trigger it. There's a lot of potential triggers out there, though.
Right.
You know, and so, like you're saying, it's just a matter of taking a look at the signs that we have that are, you know, and you're talking about, you know, the weakness of the volume up towards the top. You know, and I just look at the NASDAQ futures, you know, and I just haven't had a chance to go back. But on a daily basis, I've never seen so many bearish engulfings, you know, up here. So it's just telling us every time we get up to the top, it's saying, no.
Trouble.
You know, we're not going higher.
And what happens?
And that's what it's at least communicating right now to us.
No, for sure. And what's amazing, folks, is that what happens is this, is that when distribution is over, because that's what we have, highs distribution, what ends up happening is that when they get rid of what they want to get rid of, then look out, man.
Yeah.
Because then you got to jam. Well, you don't have to, but they want to jam it down then.
Yeah.
Because then they have unloaded what they unloaded. Now everyone wants to buy it less expensive prices.
Well, what also happens is, it's in many cases a liquidity event. If there weren't the issues going on inside Europe, okay.
Right.
And just pension funds around the world, and you never know what exposures are out there.
Big time.
You still have payouts. Right? So when all of a sudden you start to teeter, all of a sudden that greed turns to fear, and fear, is a much quicker, reaction, if you will.
Big time.
Right? Because you just don't want to be left behind.
No. Hey, well, you want some money left.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, that is a big issue. There's no two ways about it,
Yeah. So what do you think, Google unveiling its iTunes program out there? You're talking about how, how they're really, have made such an impact in the phone marketplace.
Right.
How many phones they're doing. I don't remember what the latest stat was, but, they're catching up to...
It's 50%.
50%.
Yeah, they have 50% of the market. Well,
not good if you're a musician, in the fact that the music costs could be getting lower and cheaper. Imagine, I love musicians,
Right.
I love... people that are able to do things that I just absolutely am not. And I watch great performers out there. I love watching them actually, create this music. But when you really take a look at the, from a business standpoint, okay, how difficult it is to get your career going.
Oh yeah, big time.
Even the guys that are still out there. That's why you see bands going around and doing the large tours, trying to fill up the houses, because they can't make their money off of the royalties off of selling $1 songs versus a $13 to $15 to $20 CD.
Well, particularly if they have someone in the middle of them. If they don't have someone in the middle of them, but now to get big, they have to. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But most do.
What will be interesting. I don't. I'm not a big user of iTunes anyway.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is that. I don't know. But I know Angie is. The whole rest of my family is.
See, I think it's a little bit of a shift change. The question that you always have to ask yourself is, what business is it? What business are you in?
Right.
Okay. I say the same thing in this marketplace for those folks that are out there that say that they're in the trading business. I say, wait a minute, you got to make a shift change. You're in the money management business.
Yeah,
it just makes it a whole different dynamic. In Google's case, right now they're primarily. You think of Google, you think of them, I think, mostly from a search business. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Search advertising. Right.
Right.
Sure.
Search and advertising. And I think what they're doing is now really trying to do a little bit of what Steve Jobs did, was he turned it into an entertainment company.
Right.
Right. So it's always about taking a look at your business and trying to say, okay, now what business are we really in? And some of that is taking a look at how are you able to either provide more to your customer, your current customers, because that's where, from a business standpoint, it costs a ton to go out and get a new customer.
Oh, yeah.
When you can provide more products to your existing customers, that's where you see huge growth.
With value,
That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs. King Dollar.
King Dollar. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, folks. You stay right there. We get Dow off 104, NASDAQ 16, S&P's off 9. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds, I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to DirectionFunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You know, Bank of America and the good old Merrill Lynch unit, they're going to start battling it out. Because what you have is that Merrill Lynch unit is bringing all the bread in.
Yeah.
And Bank of America, Moynihan's going to be sucking it out.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be, you can imagine that you're in one part of the company, you're working your little butt off.
Yes.
You're bringing it in, and the other part is just sucking it, big vacuum that's taking it out and saying, well, we need it, you know. So we know, internally, folks, that's a huge problem in any company. You don't suck money out of one company into another one because it's the dying. That's.
I thought what was pretty cool yesterday was when you were able to go into the system and take a look at Citibank and Bank of America.
Yeah.
And the investments going on. Inside there. The only place that's reported is here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's wild.
The sells first.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Oh, here, I'll do the buys. Buys first.
Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
145 million.
145 million. So what we're talking about, folks, is that
that's huge.
Citigroup,
huge.
And this is Citigroup themselves, basically were the biggest buyers the last quarter of Bank of America, 145 million shares. Now, it makes sense on a fundamental basis because they got to keep Bank of America up so that they stay up.
Yeah.
So it is absolutely wild. Now, I want to get back to King Dollar for a second.
Yeah.
The reason I want to go back to it is this, is that what you hear, folks, and this is what, we all speculate, but what I want you to wrap your head around for a second is this, is that you hear on a continual basis folks that are on TV, and they present facts when they're not facts.
Well, yeah, because they're just reading most of the time. They're just reading.
Well, they have an agenda. You know, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, they all have an agenda.
Yeah.
Okay? So...
who's ever writing it?
Who's ever saying it?
Yeah.
You know? And so and there's a huge amount of talk about the U.S. dollar. Well, this morning, you know, on CNBC, we had Steve Forbes, right? And I've had Forbes on many times, okay? I like Steve.
Yeah.
But factually, he was absolutely wrong. And what it was just amazing. And he was on, and he was talking about the destruction of the dollar, which he's correct on.
Yes.
But he's talking about the destruction of the dollar and the president administration.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is that no.
Oh, it's been going on.
Folks, I have a chart up in front of me. No, in the present administration, the dollar's gone up 10%.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. From its
and
low.
I just wish that and I'm going to get him on because the bottom line is, and this is important for all of us to understand. I don't care about Republicans, Democrats. What's important to get out of this is that no, the dollar went from 121 in 2001 down to 70.
Right.
The dollar bottomed in March of 2008.
Right.
Bottom line is that, you know, when you hear this bunch of garbage out here, it just drives me crazy. It really does.
I know. Well, look, it's why we want to be able to give people access to information, teach them how to go take a look at a chart, see what's going on.
That's right.
You know, when you take a look at when we take a look,
and you know, that's right.
Right, because you went to bed early last night. I fell asleep at about 8 or 9, what have you, woke back up, and then all of a sudden I had some other energy. So I was putting together the newsletter and trading and was watching the market.
Right.
Was watching the futures. Hit a spot where, you know, it was down and it was going to start turning.
Right.
Just simply, if you believe in the power of the sacred geometry and how it works.
That's right.
Why it works like that? Don't know. I just know when I see, you know, multiple numbers coming in at the same spot.
That's where it's at. And
it's when your back's up against the wall. It's where you would take a trade.
And you know what's so cool? What Steve's talking about, folks, that's my point. My point is not political here. My point is that no matter what views you have, great. God bless you. I'm glad. That's what makes America.
Yes.
But what we all have to be doing to get out of this is to stay cognizant of what the real facts are. And don't let someone go on the other side with facts that absolutely there's no speculation there. You know, when I was hearing this morning, you should have seen I was bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm saying to myself, listen, why doesn't someone come out the other side and say, no, the dollar's been 10% off the bottom.
Yeah.
This is not, you know, it was
Right.
Anyway, so
look, you don't like people distorting things.
Well, no, it's the only way that we can get off the bottom. It's the only way that we can get done what has to get done.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that you know, it's.
You know, I had a great email from a listener, maybe even a subscriber of mine. I think it might have come in on Friday or over the weekend or something. But it was really talking about really playing off your theme about keeping things, you know, in your community.
Absolutely.
And about Christmas and about the holiday season that's coming up. And you know, as opposed to just going out and buying junk.
Right.
You know, whoever you're buying things for, you know, what hairdresser do they go to?
Cool.
You know, what stores, where do they go eat?
That's a great idea. Yeah,
you know, and it's a whole list of great ideas. How about the person mowing their lawn?
That's right.
But things that actually could keep things in the community.
Keep the cash in the community, folks.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Really great email.
Huge. Yeah. That's awesome. You stay right there, folks. Steve and myself, we're coming right back. Yeah, that's great.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game, risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Don't forget, folks, you can test drive Steve's newsletter, full month, 30-day money-back guarantee, about coming over to our website at TFNN.
Absolutely.
Right here, right now.
And you want to get this week's newsletters, folks. You really do.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, it's good.
You know, Jaguar, folks. Now, this is an equity that we had owned, and unfortunately, I don't own it right now. And if you do get the gold report, you'll see. Well, I want to show you something first off. If you do get the gold report, you'll see what I did here yesterday. Yesterday, because of the sign of strength that had come in on November 1st, what happens in the gold report, folks, I have watch lists, then I put them into another list that, we're going to be basically buying, and I put it in there yesterday, and I wanted it a little bit lighter.
Yeah,
but the bottom line is that they have a takeover bid this morning at $9.30. It closed at $5.39.
Yeah.
And you see, someone always knows something, but you can see how that came in. This is just a beautiful setup. Now, the stock is halted. We'll see if in fact they go for the takeover. If you and the bid is from the second largest gold company in China. That's who the bid's from.
Yeah. Where are their mines at?
Jaguar's mines are in Brazil, and
Okay.
let's see. Yeah, big time in Brazil. And see what happened, if you go look at Jaguar, I mean, they're stealing this thing if in fact they take it. The high on Jaguar is $14.
Yeah.
And, I know what happened here. What happened is that the guy that was actually, you need great engineers, and mining supervisors when you're in this business, flat out.
Okay.
The guy that had been there with Jaguar for forever, unfortunately, he passed away.
Okay.
And that was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they knew there was going to be a problem, somewhat, because they had to get a new crew in there.
Yeah.
Because the power structure, meaning the manager.
Yes.
You're talking about dealing with communities. You're dealing with the people. You got to keep everyone happy. It's a dirty business, basically.
Right.
And they straightened all that out. But bottom line is that we'll see whether they can handle this takeover. In fact, they're going to get taken over.
Yeah.
And we talk about the Gold Report, folks. It's the 500th edition.
Yeah, that's so great.
Next Tuesday.
That's so great.
And what we're going to do, we're going to give out 5 ounces of silver for the subscribers of the Gold Report. If you're not a subscriber right now, you can test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. Come over to our website right at the front of TFNN, and you'll be eligible. If you have done a test drive before, you can take it for a month, and then you'll get inside the drawing.
Yeah. Now, how would you characterize, when you go back, you take a look at that first Gold Report, okay, you did, to where you've come now? How do you characterize, just some? What do you think are the major, the major changes, or what you do now differently than what I
don't do that much differently. What I had in there is that I had 7 things that had to happen in order for gold to go dramatically higher.
Okay.
At that point in 2002, there were 3 of them that were taking place right then and there.
Yes.
What I have learned, which is really cool, I've learned so much about the markets in general from the gold market, and the reason being is that I learned so much about currencies.
Yeah.
That's if the one thing I got out of the gold market, and this was so great about being in this business, folks, that every day you learn something. And
it's so cool.
I got out of that in a huge way that currencies are more important than anything.
Yeah.
And I learned that. It was really great. It was Ferdy Depernier, who's the CEO of Great Basin right now.
Yeah.
He was the vice president of Harmony that actually taught me that. He sat down with me, right?
Yeah.
For 2 or 3 hours at 4 or 5 different times, explaining his, when Harmony, that what happens with currencies, and he was explaining. He knew Australia upside down, he knows Canada, he knows. So he was explaining what happens in all different countries in correlation, and that was huge. Because what happens, folks, with that is that I've brought that to not only that, I knew the bond market upside down in the equity market, but now that's really put it together for me. Just
think how huge that is. As being the CEO of the company and needing to understand that.
Yes.
As well.
Oh, huge.
As far as being able to map out your future and what's going on. And if you could truly understand the patterns that exist inside the currency marketplace, and couple that with your business.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. Steve and I will come right back.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I'm very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 110, Nasdaq off 18, S&P's off 10. We have the euro trading at 135.10 and the dollar at 78.28. Now let's go over to the dollar for a second, because the dollar, folks, is at another B point of a smaller ABC up. We're at 15,000 contracts right now, and what the dollar is going to need in order to basically sustain these levels is about 30,000 contracts and close over 78.42. Now, we're at 78.28 right now, but if you get that close, that's going to basically, with the volume, what that's going to do is put the probability up dramatically that you're going to shoot into the 81 area.
Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of ABCs in this dollar index.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, it's starting to form this this up channel here.
Yes.
And just I mean, 3 ABCs.
And the first conviction was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the conviction, particularly after the downdraft.
Yeah.
That was the shakeout.
Yeah.
And they shook the trees, and they shook the trees in a big way.
Right.
There's no two ways about that. And you've launched the 77.84 level.
Exactly.
With that level alone, you can make the case that it's going to go to at least 79.39, which is the bottom of that.
Right.
Now we'll see how.
Well, what's kind of cool about that, it takes it right into this channel that it's got up here.
Yes.
It's right at the top of it where you'd expect it to.
I know. Between channels and geometry, it's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's always good to be able to look. Folks, one of the best things you could do in your trading, in my opinion, is that if you're taking a look at charts, is that whatever chart it is you trade, if you trade on daily charts, then what you want to do is step it up 1 level or 2 levels, meaning you want to back up and take a look at what's going on inside the weekly chart, or the monthly chart, because that's where you can really see what kind of trends are going on. When you do that, what you're doing is you're filtering out a lot of noise.
You are.
And it's important. It'll help you. What it'll do is it'll give you a different perspective, or maybe the same perspective, help you just reinforce your belief system about what's going on inside the marketplace. So if you're trading a 30-minute chart, go up, a level or 2, in your trading, just to really understand what's really going on, what other Fibonacci numbers might be out there, or other patterns might be out there that you're bouncing into.
Because if you get the bigger trend right, what you're going to do, folks, in the smaller trend, you're going to be a genius.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No,
you know what I mean?
It is. Look,
because the macro trends are the things that are going to make you so much money. It's unbelievable.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you're there are a number of folks that are out there that just simply their whole embodiment of life is to play the counter trend. Okay.
Yes.
And so if that's good, that you still want to understand what's going on. Okay. And if you want to be able to trade with the trend, you've got to see what's going on in the bigger picture.
Right.
And then you just wait for that next ABC pattern, or Gartley sell or Gartley buy, depending on which direction you're going in, to form. So you just become a little bit more patient.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. It just puts the probability, just puts the momentum back on your side.
In a huge way.
Yeah.
In a huge way. And you'll be wondering why you have so many trades that are popping off the right way, folks.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So market-wise out here, you get someone trying to hammer my dollar out here.
They are.
The dollar just goes down 20 ticks. We're still up 13, but you can see the difference in the correlation of the market.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing, tick by tick? I mean, it is. Whoever has hold of this, folks, and there's no doubt that one correlation hits the other and hits it very quickly.
Yeah.
There's big money being made and lost simultaneously.
Yeah.
Because you always got to remember, it's a zero-sum game out here. Now let's go Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, so Apple this year, she doesn't have much there.
No, and I mean, if you take a look at it from its last swing, what it's done is made a 0.382 retracement up. I still say Apple, wants to go further
into those bottoms,
into that October 4th area. Well, it's just those other trading patterns that are out there. It's just those little island formations, that are out there that are suggesting that there's something bigger going on. You know, in Apple. Now, yesterday's bounce, if you will, seemed to come more from a piece of news with regard to, a couple of guys coming on board, or what have you.
That's right.
More so, and then you've got the other side of it, the Google piece of the music business. I don't know when that's going to be announced.
Today.
I think they're doing some big party or something.
It's, when you just asked me
I didn't get my invite.
I pulled it up. Sure you did. You just haven't opened your email.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, cool.
Google's going to open that baby up today. And what's going to be interesting is that Amazon, folks, has a huge amount of traction, period.
Yeah.
But Amazon also can't make it through its downdraft.
Yeah.
And that downdraft has been pretty intense. And that's important to understand because the way Amazon is structured is that they spend a fortune for the season right now.
That's right. Yeah.
But the next quarter, folks, it'd be the next quarter. The next quarter. I mean, this is where their numbers come in. So if Amazon's going to make it, man, now is the time to make it.
Well, you take a look at a couple of these big companies out there, and I really do think they're being smart about it. They're stepping back. In my opinion, what they're doing, whether they know it or not, they're stepping back and saying, what business am I really in?
Okay.
Because in the case of Amazon right now, you think of them as being in the distribution business of just simply goods right to customers. But the reality is what they're now really trying to do is also bridge over and be an entertainment company.
Yes.
They still are going to be in that side of the business, but they're really trying to put a device in your hands.
Yeah.
From an entertainment standpoint to be able to sell, because when they can sell a song or they can sell a book, doesn't take an extra human being.
Right.
That just took a system
to
be able to make that deal.
Right.
That's where you really make your money, not by buying a pair of shoes or a book or something from
digitally.
Yeah.
And if we talk about retail, Abercrombie and Fitch, big problems. Yeah, and folks, what you can get off A&F is that when you have a gap away, meaning down, don't ever touch those things. There's plenty of folks that thought they had a deal the last 4 days. 7 days, and all of a sudden it blows away, and you get a second gap. There'll be a third gap. What happens? Stocks love to gap 3 times for some reason, and when you take a look at this volume-wise, well, bottom line, it's going to go right to the very lows out here, and this is like pretty dramatic. I mean, you're talking about $33, and you're still at 47.
Yeah.
If we take this and we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is that you had volume on that break on a weekly, 58 to 63.
Right.
You go to a top with 7 million. You test the top with 9 million. And you need the 7 wasn't enough, by the way, folks.
And you get 30 million shares off the top.
It was 30 million. And then you get and volume off the top. That's what you can get with this one. Volume off the top always presents huge corrections, folks.
Yeah.
This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. So we're going to be coming right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just 1, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman, editor of the Chapman Market Line and Trends Watch, as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And what you have, check this out, folks. The market just popped out here, and what it is that the Chancellor Angela Merkel in Germany said that Germany is ready to cede some of their sovereignty in order to strengthen the euro area.
Yeah.
You know, the bottom line, folks, is that it's just amazing. You know, Europe is in slavery anyway. And now the banks are going to basically really put them in slavery. Either that or Germany's deciding they're going to take over all of Europe. Because that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
You know, so they're going to have one, well, they're going to try to have like one big United States. Good luck to them there. Let's go to Marshall. Let's go to Marshall in Washington. Hey, Marshall, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I want to say I really, truly appreciate your all of your programming on Tiger TV and all of that.
Well, we appreciate you being out there. Thank you.
Well, thank you. One of the things I keep listening to you and your deviant mind.
Oh, baby.
I'm wondering if all of this trash talk on the dollar is not a little bit more along the line of big corporate America trying to trash talk the dollar so that everybody will sell the dollar so that they can keep their strength up.
Hey, listen, if you had what you had out here this morning on CNBC, Steve Leisman was going into Forbes about, hey, you need a weak dollar in order to basically export goods. And that's right.
No question about it.
The public relations deal for the large corporations is going to be out there. And what it is, folks, is that the only people that make money are large corporations, and the only thing they want off us is they want our American flag and our servicemen and women when they get in trouble, okay? And it's all about slavery overseas, cheap labor, exporting jobs, and that's over. And I absolutely agree with you. And that's what it's, and we will see that. And that's what the cool, Marshall, is to stay attuned to that, because we have to understand how they're coming into us.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We absolutely do, because unfortunately, when Forbes came back at him today, he wasn't answering the question. They were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And all Steve kept saying is it's a stable dollar. What I would have liked to see is it said, listen, you can buy more goods with a stronger dollar.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And when we go community by community, and the dollar are in the United States, everyone gets richer, and there's plenty of people that don't trade markets, folks, okay, and they're going to get richer too, and that's what we want.
For sure.
We want everyone to get richer because they can buy more, and that's the name of the game.
But we absolutely want people to be. We absolutely want people to be careful, though, because right now, where there is this correlation between a stronger dollar, is where your nest egg, your 401k, where you've seen that thing bounce back, okay, from March of 2009. Yeah. Right now, until that correlation becomes unraveled, you've got to be very careful out there.
Yeah, because the market wants to get down.
That's right. So being in cash is actually a good trade.
It's where it's at, because the correlation, I don't think it's going to take a year and a half that finally they'll realize that, oh man, that the citizens got us. The citizens, and what happens, folks, in history, by the way, citizens only get large bureaucracies for small periods of time. And I think we're at the beginning of one of those small periods of time again. When I say it really is, because then they get the grips on it again. Let's get the grips on it. Hold up, man. This is the, we can't let them think for themselves. That's a problem.
Well, the pendulum swings both ways.
It does. It does. And I think we get the pendulum.
I hope we've reached the peak of this one.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well,
thanks so much, Marshall.
Have a great day.
Have a great one. Have a
Thanks
safe
for calling in.
It's so cool that he picked that up, because and folks, they're so, let me tell you something, bureaucracies are so smart, they're going to come into us a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
They're absolutely going to come in a lot of different ways. And it's like, what, you know what?
Well, look, you were talking about, what you learned from the gold business, okay, and the importance of currency. Well, look, it works the same way for a large multinational company.
Oh, big time.
They understand the power of the currency, the weak currency, and what it's done.
That's right.
So, Marshall's right on, with regard there. The problem is that, it's going to be tough to weaken the dollar with everything going on in Europe.
Oh, yeah. It's because power to the people, folks. It's power to us.
And there's problems in the UK. When I take a look at that Great British Pound, that's sending us a signal.
You stay right there, folks. Basil Chapman's coming up next from Newton. We're going to be Basil's going to be right back.
That's right. See you tomorrow morning, folks.
Have a safe one.